I'll get you, Sonny.
Hey guys, welcome to my second video for Tech Talk, and we'll Tech Talk and talk about computers, hardware, software, so forth, so forth. Um, it brings on to the topic with computer prices, console prices, because the new generation consoles are coming out, PlayStation, Xbox. Um, the prices thereof. I mean, it's at 11,000, 12,000 rands, shall we say, 12,000 rand for Xbox Series X, and the PlayStation 5 coming out. Um, are you willing to pay that amount of money? A lot of people going, yeah, I'd rather go for the budget, but you have to think about what you're getting for that price. I mean, Xbox consoles or new consoles generation, the new generation, they can play 4K at 60 frames per second and have a terabyte SSD and so forth and so forth. The hardware spec is pretty much PCs, all AMD inside, all AMD. But you can play those things at 4K 60 frames per second at the 12,000 Rand. You can buy that. Okay. To put that in comparison with PCs, to be able to run any game at 4K at 60 frames per second, you need a next level graphics card, upper graphics card. You need the top of the range, and that's going to cost you, I think, 20,000 rand and up, 20 to 25, maybe even, yeah, 25,000 rand for a graphics card. Now it's a far cry from buying a console for 12,000 rand or 11,999 rand. So it's a far cry. A lot of people going, a lot of console players don't understand. That's just the graphics card that we have to buy. The CPU is out the question. The RAM, motherboard, and all those things. You just plug your console on your TV, you play it. Now, yeah, people think, yeah, but it's 4K. I don't have 4K TV. It doesn't matter. It's like having a media box. It's got a 4K out. And you got a new 4K movie, you play 4K through the media box, and it plays it through your 1080p TV, and it plays it fine. It's not a problem. So you can play 4K games on a 1080p TV. It's just not going to be a 4K TV style, but it's still going to look very great. So yeah, at 12,000 rand for console versus a 25,000 rand graphics card, it's double the price for PC. Um, I'm a PC gamer. I've always been a PC gamer. I tried console once with a Xbox. I can't get my hands around those controls. And the only two games I can play is racing games and fighting games. That's it. The Call of Duty style is what the hell. I get lost. Um, so I prefer PC, but the new consoles can have keyboard and mouse, and you can use it that way. And that for me is brilliant. I mean, the price that you're paying and paying for a console versus PC, and then you get the option to play it with keyboard and mouse. That's a win for me. That's a complete win. But obviously, then you need a desk to put your keyboard and mouse as opposed to just a controller. But some people are really good with controllers. I mean, one of the guys we play with in Call of Duty, he is unbelievable on console. I mean, the controller, he makes it look like he's actually on a PC with a bit of a slower mouse, but he's super good. I mean, he's getting the KD, he's getting really, really good at it. I watch him play, and it's good. I mean, he's really, really good. A couple of signs you can see he's using controller as opposed to a mouse. It's his flicking of flicking and looking around. It's controller style. His strafing is controller style, but again, it's very good for controller. I mean, some people are natural at it, make it look like he's using keyboard and mouse. So for me, that was a big step up for consoles to go keyboard and mouse. Consoles being at that price yeah, it's expensive. If you're used to paying 4,000 rand for a console, now you're paying 12,000 rand for a console, but you have to understand what you're getting in the console, what's built into it, the quality, the hardware spec versus PC. It's you're paying literally nothing. For me to pay 12,000 rand for a PC, I can play 4K gaming. I'll jump on that immediately. Um, it's like for PC, like I just found myself an unforeseen, how can I say, unwanted situation, where my CPU blew. I blew this little thing. Um, this thing was only 3 years old, 4 years old. It's the old or AMD FX processor. I had the old AMD Phenom 2 1090T processor, and that's over 8 years old. I had to replace it with that one because obviously this one blew. And I noticed a big difference when it comes to running. My games are running. I can't play Call of Duty on the old processor because it's just too old to run the newer games. But the older games, I'm still like Need for Speed. I'm running that. My idle temperature on the Phenom is 29 degrees with a liquid cooler, a built-in liquid cooler, and on games I'm running at 35, 40 degrees. With this CPU, I was running an idle at 40 and running games at 56. So maybe the CPU was out on its way. I don't know, but I had to go and buy a new CPU. CPU. Now the question was, I'm running old tech, so I'm running an AIM 3 Plus motherboard. They don't make those anymore. So me buying an AIM 3 Plus CPU now, and my motherboard gives away. Now I'm stuck with a CPU that I can't use. So what do? It's a conundrum that I had to think about, and a lot of my friends spoke to me. As Sandman, one of the guys I play with, Mighty Duck, another guy. We spoke about it. They said you get this, and they were making 100% sense. It's just I have to do my research first. I'm one of those guys that look up specs, look at hardware specs, look at what people have to say about it, reviews, blah blah blah. So I ended up buying a B450 motherboard that can actually handle the Zen 3 processors AMD is going to come out. So I made sure that I bought time ahead. I made sure that I can buy and upgrade new CPUs and it'll fit the motherboard, which is great. Also RAM. RAM is like DDR4 now. I'm still running DDR3, 20 gigs of RAM. But RAM DDR4, buy a 2666, it's fine. 3000 megahertz is fine. And then the CPU I can upgrade maybe next year, 2 years from now. I can maybe upgrade the CPU to maybe Ryzen 9 CPU or the top end Ryzen 7, maybe the Ryzen 9 3900X or XT. I don't know. Its upgradability is nice, but you have to make sure that you buy the hardware that can support upgradability. If you buy a computer in a rush, it's like, yeah, no, I just need it for now. Save money. It's buying cheap is buying expensive because it's never going to work. You end up buying more expensive because now you can't upgrade it. The graphics card I have is older. It's a 1070 and it runs everything fine, but forget about 4K and stuff like that. 1080p for me, I have a 1080p monitor, so for me getting a graphics card handled 4K makes no sense. But I do a lot of video rendering as well, so obviously I need a graphics card that's quite potent. And 1070 for me is fine. I mean, the previous card I had was a GTX 680, and that was great until it wasn't. But yes, computers versus consoles. I don't care what you play on, guys. Play. There's no such thing as master race or this is better, that's better. As long as you can jam with your friends on any game whatsoever, you have a good Saturday night or good weekend chatting, and that's what it's about. It's not about the game only. It's about who you play it with. So yeah, you guys, prices are expensive. I know money is short. The hardware and stuff's getting more expensive. Yeah, that's all I can say really about the hardware. Hardware and PCs, PCs and consoles are like neck and neck now, neck and neck. And it's on console more affordable than PCs. But yes, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you played safe. I hope you don't hack, because I will come after you guys hack. No, only kidding. We don't know who that is. Yes, I hope you have a great day. Have a good week, and I shall see you guys on the next video.